Deep in the Appalachian Mountains of West Virginia, there's a place forgotten by time, a place where the forest whispers secrets and the shadows hold more than just darkness. This is the story of the Hollow House, a mansion with a past as dark as the coal that once fueled this town. And for one family, it would become a nightmare they could never escape. But this isn't just a story about a haunted house. It's a story about guilt, redemption, and the monsters we carry within us. Daniel Graves was a man running from his past. A former journalist, he'd lost everything after a drunk driving accident nearly took his daughter's life. Desperate for a fresh start, he moved his family to Blackwood Hollow, where the Hollow House awaited them, a gift from a distant relative who warned them never to stay long. At first, the house seemed like a blessing, a chance to rebuild. But from the moment they stepped inside, something felt wrong. The air was too still. The walls seemed to breathe, and at night the whispers began. Lily, their teenage daughter, was the first to hear them, soft, insidious whispers calling her name. Daniel dismissed it as the wind, but Claire couldn't shake the feeling that the house was watching them. Daniel became obsessed with the house's history. In the basement, he found journals left by Elias Blackwood, the original owner. Elias spoke of a force beneath the house, a hollow that fed on regret and sorrow. "It twists you," he wrote, "until you become its servant." Daniel poured his guilt into a novel, convinced that uncovering the house's secrets would somehow save him. But the more he wrote, the more the house consumed him. The whispers grew louder, feeding his paranoia. He began to see things, shadows moving in the corners of his vision, a tall, faceless figure standing at the edge of the woods. Lily saw it too. Her sketches, once filled with flowers and animals, now depicted the figure in horrifying detail. Claire tried to hold the family together, but the house was tearing them apart. One night, Daniel snapped. Convinced Claire was trying to destroy his work, he locked her in the basement. Lily, terrified, confronted him. "It's not real, Dad," she pleaded. "The house is lying to you." But Daniel was too far gone. He saw the faceless one standing behind her, its void-like face twisting into a grotesque smile. In a final desperate act, Daniel confronted the faceless one. But when he unlocked the door, he found not the figure, but Claire and Lily, bound and terrified. The house had tricked him into becoming the monster he feared. In a moment of clarity, Daniel realized the truth. The faceless one was a manifestation of his guilt. The house had fed on his regrets, twisting them into something monstrous. To save his family, Daniel made the ultimate sacrifice. He locked the faceless one in the basement and set the house ablaze. Claire and Lily escaped, but the Hollow House's legacy lingered. Years later, Lily returned to the ruins, her sketches now filled with images of her father not as a monster, but as a man who had fought to protect them. Yet as she walked away, she heard a whisper in the wind. "It feeds on regret." The Hollow House was gone, but the hollow remained, waiting for its next victim. And so, the legend of the Hollow House lives on, a reminder that some sins are too heavy to outrun, and some houses are never truly empty.